All right. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Jynnette the Oracle, and I am here to do the May forecast for the sign of Virgo. So if you have a Virgo rising sign, sun sign, moon sign, or North Node sign, this is going to be for you. Also, if you know how to hack your chart, then of course you can look at this also for whatever house that is. Anywho, as you can see, I'm back here live streaming, looking brand new because I was able to find something that allows me to stream through the computer. Yay. Oracle Talks will be back on and popping now. Okay, I've been off obviously for a couple of weeks back on Instagram because I've been having to figure out this whole fiasco with YouTube. So thank God. So Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Oracle Talks will be back. And channel readings for the week in addition to open Q&A. Let's get into it, Virgo. All right. So energy for you for the month is danger. What's going on, Virgo? I'm gonna get some clarification because I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with that. So let's see. Spirit, what do you mean by this Oracle card of danger? The general message. Looks like this is some mind stuff. Okay. This is some mind stuff. So belief systems, the way you're viewing things, being mindful of what you are creating. Interesting. Making sure that you are creating what you actually need to be creating from your soul, not from, literally as I say, from your soul, not from the ego. And I have the ego card out here, Emperor. So I love as I'm getting the messages, like the cards are like literally confirming that as it should be, because I am channeling messages. The cards, like, I channel messages, but I use the cards to kind of ground the archetypes, and it helps me to focus so that I also don't have to feel everything because I'm such a strong empath. And I'll receive different messages, but literally as I was speaking, I wasn't even really paying attention to what was coming out. But like, yeah, this is what it is. So this is mind games. And this is not in relation to other people. This is mind games within self, Virgo. What's coming through from the soul versus what's coming through from the ego, and being able to discern that is your task. Because this can be divine mind, the 7 of swords, or it can be where you're lying to yourself and getting back into old habits and behaviors. And you fought for having a higher perspective on things and a more grounded mindset. So you're still this month having to work with that. Okay, because we just don't like fix our mindsets automatically, right? 7s are about mastery and maturity. So the more levels of mastery and scaling up that you have, the more discernment needs to be in play. Because you're no longer running on autopilot. So you have to be able to take a step back and be like, okay, who's making the decision right now? My ego or my soul? And who do I want to listen to? And the divine protects you when you listen to the soul. You're more likely to have issues when it's the ego running the show. And you know what that is, because the emperor is a strategy. It's like, when you're being emperor meaning operating really from ego based off of things happen in the past or what have you, as opposed to operating from the miraculous, from the higher mind. But you know better. And I love this. You're actually showing up as yourself, Virgo, the Hermit card. So you know what's up. You're very wise. So you can see it now. You know the mind games that you play with yourself. So with every opportunity or decision that comes up that's there for you to make, just pause and just think for a second what it is that you're wanting to create, okay? Where the decision making process is happening, if it's from a soul level or if it's from the mind level, because you're the one who's creating your reality and your experience. It's on you. It's on you. And you were forced to have a shift of perspective actually for the last few months. Like essentially since like mid-January on, because that's when we went into Pisces season. And then even when we exited Pisces season, we had Mercury going retrograde in Pisces, and Mercury was in Pisces for 2 months. Yo, okay, so Virgos definitely have been going through it. But it's because you can be your own worst enemy through your mind, how you think about yourself and how you think about things. You can either build yourself up or you can run yourself into the ground. And, you know, with the Chariot coming out, this is a card of balance and victory. So I think you understand that now. So just keep doing that. Keep continue. Oh my God. We'll see how many more readings I can do before like the linear brain like shuts off. Because it's the sixth one in a row. Like it's a lot to channel. I don't think this light is actually going to make that much of a difference, but I'm hoping. All right, I might be able to get Libra in before I'm done. Fingers crossed, guys. I would actually like to get through Scorpio and leave the last 4 transpersonal signs for tomorrow. So let me stop distracting myself. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, this is about your happiness. What really makes your soul happy? Friends, family, lovers, like all those things. Like but again, the decision making, soul versus ego. That's what this is about. And what you are wanting to build for the future, the legacy you're creating. So it's interesting that this card is called Danger, because it's like, because you have this power and control now, it's up to you it's up to you the karmic cycle that you put yourself in. If you're going to repeat the past or if you're going to shift into the future. Well, actually, no, that's not true. At this point, we're not repeating the past, right? Because we all crossed the threshold, so we're not repeating that regardless. So that was incorrect. There is going to be new that's created, but you decide, and you're seeing how much you actually decide now. Or I guess how much you actually are in control of what that new cycle is going to be. If it's going to be something that is life affirming and in alignment with what actually makes you happy, if you're operating from the soul, or if it's going to be from an ego place and create a new cycle that actually brings a lot of heartache. Not the same kind of heartache as before, and heartache, you know, whether it's, you know, health stuff, family, work, or what have you. But you can create new negative patterns or new positive ones. And that's the caution here. I mean, the 38 boils down to an 11, which is a card of mastery. So you're the master of your fate. So you really have to be careful about what you're creating. And I'm hearing don't don't be so bullheaded. I'm laughing because I have a Virgo moon, so I'm reading myself right now. Don't be so bullheaded. And bull is obviously Taurus, right? Not Virgo. However, that earth energy might bring up that propensity to get set in your ways. But that's not really your true nature, Virgo. You're a mutable earth. So you are about transformation and coming into the new. So it's actually not in your nature to really do the ego thing if you're being true to self. So just saying. To myself, obviously. Okay. Now, relationships. Those of you who are in actual committed partnerships and are married, etc., you have the Wheel of Fortune. So there is something here about timing for you guys. I was picking that up too, like maybe a baby, Ace of Pentacles, and I have Ace of Cups here. So I think this is actually a situation where the timing is right for the scaling up of whatever it is that is needing to happen in the relationship. So maybe you've been in a committed partnership with somebody for a while, and now you guys are deciding to move in together, because the Pentacles is more about like practical stuff. Maybe there's a choice to buy a house together. Maybe there's a choice to start a business. Maybe there is a new baby on the way. Maybe there is a marriage proposal. Maybe there is a deciding on a wedding date or the actual wedding. But whatever it is, like there is some kind of practical change or new path that is opening up here as it relates to, and I'm hearing literally the words marriage. So maybe this is actually a marriage proposal or discussions around marriage and what that is. But there is a significant shift here, but it's because it's now time for it, which is good. Okay, so when it comes up, it's appropriate to come up. Now, for those of you who are single and there's nobody on the radar, or if you do have one or more folks on the radar, we have this card here of fast. So this talks about balance, but things are shifting in this regard. So if you're single looking to meet somebody, you might see a shift. You might have some options coming in. Wow. Clarification is the mystery card in this deck on the grounds of the Empress. So I'm not being told. What's up for you guys who are not in committed partnerships yet? I mean, so I can get something from this. For those of you who are single and there's nobody on the radar, then you're not dating, like you really are truly single. This energy of fast is unknown. Like you don't actually know what's coming in for you. And it's not for you to know. Your job is to embody the divine feminine principle, the Empress, which is magnetizing. This actually reminds me of the magnet because it's the black energy. Okay, so you draw what you want to, you stay clear about what it is you want. And like this actually honestly could be the quantum field. And I actually kind of get that from this image. The pluses and the minuses, this reminds me of like subatomic particles. So this could be a reminder to you that your job is to embody this. And by doing so, it conforms the environment around you to sync up appropriately to bring you what you're looking for. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a go out and find somebody. This is you can go out and be yourself, and you will have a significantly greater potential of drawing that to you, or at least getting more comfortable in this energy. For those of you who are dating, well, with this card, this is new territory for you. So I don't know what about it is new, but it's new territory and it's moving fast. Like it feels there's a lot that's happening, but it's unseen, right? But again, the Empress here. So this is a potential divine connection that's there. So if you're only dating one person, then this could be you, or it could be the other person who embodies the feminine archetype, because the Empress would represent the feminine. And this is regardless of gender. So you could be a man who operates more in the feminine principle, whatever, right? But whoever embodies predominantly more the feminine role, this could be them. If you're dating multiple people, there's only going to be one that sits in that energy of this divine feminine counterpart, or complement, I should say. So you might have like maybe 2 or 3 queens you're dealing with, and then like there's one who's the Empress energy, and that's this unknown. And if that's the case, whether it's one person or multiple people that you're dealing with, or whoever and whatever is represented by that, it scares the shit out of you on some level. It really does. But I don't think this is so petty. I don't think you have a choice in the matter. Because when I have major arcana show up, it's like the divine coming in. So it's, you just, listen, just go for the ride. This is not to say that it's gonna, yeah, it's something new and heart opening. This is not to say that it's necessarily something that is long lasting, but the timing for it is necessary for some reason, whatever that is. And you won't know. And the mystery card, I don't know. They're not telling me. That's as much as I can give to you. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay. But there is some fear, regardless. Because, I mean, regardless, it's new territory for either of those camps. For those not in committed partnerships, it's something about it is scary because it is actually new. Either you having to show up in a new way, or what you're dealing with is new. But that's good, because again, you're manifesting new. So what do you want to manifest? Okay. I think we're fine with that. Moving on, career and work. Interesting, you have the card slowing down. Now, this could be a slowing down and getting focused. Slowing down to decide where to go, what path to take. Yeah, again, more mind stuff. Interesting, the High Priest, which talks about, excuse me, your relationship with money, and also the legacy that you're building for the future, whether it relates to family, finances, with family, business. But I have the 8 of Swords, which is this mind, Virgo. I'm shaking the card at myself. This mind being your own worst enemy. Keep the negative thoughts out. Keep the past stuff out. And you have the manifestor card, the King of Wands. So again, the same energy here. Be cognizant of what you are creating. Create from the soul, not from the ego. As it relates to career, whether you work for yourself or work for someone else. And you need to slow down so that you can make an appropriate decision. This is not an energy of juggling a lot of things. So if you're too busy to think, then know that that's a form of self-sabotage. Cut some shit out so you can focus, because you're powerful when you focus. That's powerful, actually, that you had the King of Wands show up, because that really is a manifestor card. That That King of Wands is that Emperor card to me. And the Emperor is the manifester in addition to the Magician, but the Magician is about manifestation, working on the non-physical plane, so minds, emotions, beliefs, all that kind of thing. And the Emperor is about handling shit in the physical world. So yeah. Money. We have this card here of direction. Yeah, you are clear about what you need for basic survival, but I think you're worried about money for the future. Investments, what you're going to need for investment, and if what you have is going to be able to do that for you, or how to get more money, more income. So you got to trust your intuition. But you are going to have to do some assessing this month about how you are managing your money, or how you've managed your money up to this point. So looking at what has worked and what has not worked over the years. It's not necessarily going to need to be a major overhaul in your relationship to money, but there may need to be some tweaks, and you have to make a decision about what needs to be acted on now versus some other time. Also, understanding and being clear about what cycle you are in. Are you in a period of financial growth? Are you in a period of financial stagnation? So stagnation could be, you know, money is good, but it's like getting capped out, or stagnation meaning money is low and it's like been low. As well, a situation of financial decay, meaning loss. Where are you? And understanding where you are is going to tell you what you're shifting into next. So for example, if you're in a place of stagnation on the negative side of things, necessarily you will be shifting into a period of growth. It's not a matter of if you will, it's just when, because things don't stay stagnant forever. Things always change. Also, opposite is true. If you're in a place of stagnation at the top, you're not making any more money, but you're maintaining, know that there is going to be a correction. So there will need to be some loss. Now, depending on if you're able to take that loss and strategize to scale up and then go into a place of increase, that's up to you. Or it could be a loss and a drastic correction, and you go to a place of stagnation with little. But that's, again, where that divine mind is going to come in perception and really seeing what's there, what's working, what's not working. Okay, I don't want to belabor that because I need to get into each week. So we're going to go through the 4 weeks of the month. Where are we at? Okay, we're making good time. I'm trying to keep these around 25 to 30 minutes. So we're coming up on 25. So we're still good. Again, I'm going to try to get at least 2 more in if I can. So week 1 through 4 for May, please. Week 1, 3 of Wands. Very nice. 6 of Wands. Very nice. Page of Pentacles. In the 3rd week, and that's when we shift into Gemini season. Very nice. Gemini is a sister sign because you guys are both ruled by Mercury. So that's good. Oh, and then the Queen of Wands. So again, manifestor energy here. And then we got Queen of Pentacles. So this is good because it's Earth energy. Okay, so this is you. This is a great balanced month. I think this is actually the first month that I've seen with doing the weekly polls for the signs where it's been positive throughout. Usually there's been 1 or 2 weeks, usually around the 3rd week, where it's contentious or negative, but it looks like that's not the case for you, which is amazing, right? But again, the mind. Okay, so week 1 clarification. What's this 3 of Wands about? Please. Oh, there's a lot of cards. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. This is actually literally your card. Steady progress, making forward movement, having to make some decisions about money, projects, relationships, juggling multiple things. Got the King of Pentacles, which is nice. Again, you're similar energy, but also could be another earth sign, so Taurus or Capricorn. So maybe there's some negotiations with an individual. We got 9 of Pentacles. So you being, having all of your needs met, feeling good. And then the Page of Wands. So this is some kind of offer here. So this could be creative project or it could be love. Because Page of Wands and Page of Cups talks about love. Okay, so let me interpret this first for work. Okay, so whether you work for somebody or for yourself, you are making steady progress on something that you've been working on for a little while. I mean, the Pentacles is like the slowest moving energy, so you really could have been working on whatever it is for a while. But you do have some decisions to make coming up, and this is literally like could be in this week, the first week of May, within the month of May, or within May, June time, because it could be like 2 months, like a decision that has to be made by July for whatever reason. But whatever the decision is, it has to be something that's really going to be setting you up in the way that you need for financial independence and the kind of life that you want to have, which is also going to give room for adaptability and creative expression and leadership and freedom. Like there's just a lot of the freedom energy here. Now for relationships, the Knight of Pentacles is most tarot readers you're going to come across refer to this as the card of someone offering commitment, because this is the practical knight. The Knight of Cups offers the heart. The Knight of Pentacles also has the heart, but this is like an actual relationship or consideration, because maybe the decision hasn't been made because you're juggling the decision or where to go. So again, you're still showing up here. But if you see this person is actually looking at this individual. So regardless of gender, you are considering a person and you are going to be making some expression. But it seems like in this first week, you're kind of trying to decide. And that 3 of Wands here for the first week is a bit of it's a preparation energy. So there may not actually be a decision made just yet. And I say that just because the Page of Pentacles comes up in week 3. So this might just be thoughts and you just have like your spirit shifts, but there's something that actually happens. Now, there's no swords, which is literally about communication, but whatever. Moving on. 6 of Wands in week 2. 6 of Wands is a card literally of victory. And we got very nice Judgment and King of Cups. Okay. So Judgment is a recognition of either yourself to yourself or by others. This could be someone that you're working with. This could be if there is something with a business collaboration or what have you. This could be the person that you're dealing with. This could feeling successful in yourself. Look at that. We got the Page of Cups. So there is some kind of offer. So for, in the context of work, if this is about that, you might actually get whatever it is that you were looking for with work. And then if this is a relationship thing, maybe it's interesting. All these pages are showing up. That, again, that hasn't happened with any other readings yet. So with the Page of Wands that just showed up in week 1, that could be in the context of relationship, the sexual energy or the attraction energy. This is the heart energy. Okay, and this literally could be an opening of the heart. This could be a recognition of how you feel, whether or not you actually communicate that, but a recognition there, possibly. Now, week 3, this is the Page of Pentacles. Ace of Cups and Page of Cups is down here again. So with work, it's looking all good. And same with the relationship stuff. So, but again, I was picking that up, like, regardless of the context for you guys that this is, like, it really is beautiful energy. The only caution is just how you choose to engage with it. Because there literally is no obstacles that are showing up for you, like, at all, which is amazing. But it's it's also just like, now, as I'm cautioning you, I also don't want you to get to a place where you become hyper vigilant, right? Get too much in your head. Oh, well, since that did actually flip over, I'll go ahead and take it. So as I was shuffling for the last week, this is the Queen of Wands energy. This is where the Page of Swords comes out. So we literally have all of the pages show up. And this is communication. Now, Page of Swords can also be a little bit contentious because it could be gossipy energy. So you do have to watch that. The other energy that came out is the Devil. Now, in the context of business, given how positive everything has been, this to me would actually talk about maybe a contract being signed, in agreement, because the Devil card represents contracts. It's Saturn and Capricorn. Okay, this is power. So make sure you are negotiating effectively for this contract. Because with the Devil, with the power dynamics, people are going to be advocating for themselves, not for you. So you need to advocate for yourself and defend yourself, because that's on you. That's your responsibility. Okay. Now, if this is in a love context, with the Fool being here, and the fact that we have the Queen of Wands here in the 4th week, you may have to cut the cord with somebody. Now, the Queen of Wands, if you're familiar with tarot, can talk about the other woman energy. So if you are the other woman or the other person, so to speak, you may choose to bounce if you find out that you're in this situation. Because maybe what this whole month has been about is you coming into your own sense of emotional fulfillment and power. Or somebody is trying to create trouble. Because again, this is that gossipy energy, or like, I was gonna say energy from the past, but I'm actually not picking that up. And I don't see any of that here. So this might not be past energy. So maybe I don't think this is actually going to be for the committed partners people, but for the folks who are dating or maybe single, If you've been juggling people, this might not be a fun week for you. Because some aspect of this is negative that is going to have to be dealt with. Because this is not a good combination. Like this on its own was fine, especially since we had the King of Wands, but this energy showing up as clarification tells me that something about this, if this is in the context of romance, something is not on the up and up. So with that Two of Pentacles that showed up in week 2, if you're deciding whether to stay or go with one person, maybe you go through the process of opening up and then you really see their true colors by the end of the month and you choose to bounce because they're like manipulative or power hungry. I mean, that would kind of suck. If that Two of Pentacles is about juggling 2 different people, one of them is showing up in this Devil card. This is old patterns, and you have to do this cutting the cord energy because this is like dramatically different from what has been showing up to this point. So I don't know who or what this person is. Now, this could be internal. This because the Devil card talks about fears and self-sabotaging patterns, and you might have to check yourself. Because remember, this came up. Are you listening to intuition, which would be the Page of Swords, or are you listening to ego, which would be the Devil card? What are you manifesting? That also could be what this is about. Take it as it resonates, guys. This is a general message. So if you want to know for you specifically, you have to book a session, okay? I can't go through all the possibilities. I don't know your life. I barely know mine. All right, let me get closing guidance. Okay, Two of Pentacles again with the Seven of Cups. So yeah, you have a lot of options, but again, follow your soul. This came up again, so this is the primary message for you guys. Make a new choice about where you're going. And wherever you are oscillating between decisions and you're getting overwhelmed or you're like, oh, everything looks good, there's only one way to go. And your soul knows that way, and just trust it. Because that's what's going to give you the new positive path, new positive karmic path versus the new negative karmic path, okay? All right, if you'd like to book a session, go to my website, andersonalchemy.com to do so. Please sign up for my newsletter. Please subscribe to the channel so I can get my numbers up. I'd appreciate it. I need to hit 1,000. Yeah, and I love you. Bye.